Back again outside of Greg's in Scotland, in Milnagavie. We're at the start of the West Highland Way yet again. This time with Steve.
Hello, I'm harmless.
he's harmless. This time, this is my second attempt. This time I've got a bad knee. Let's just hope it fixes itself on the way. So it's about 9:30. Just been for a Greg's. We're about to set off on our 95-mile trek of the West Highland Way. Well, here we go. Down the start. First couple of 100 yards. A stream there, little river. There's all the places we're going to pass. What we've got. So look. Drumgoyne, Connachthill, Ospreys at Inch Challenge, Ben Lomond, Rob Roy's Cave, Glenfalloch, West Highland Railway, Bridge of Orkney, Buckaletta Moor, and the last bit, the Devil's Staircase down to Kinloch leaving. And then the last spot, yeah, Ben Nevis, Fort William, 96 miles. First wildlife encounter there, just 1 mile in, and a deer ran across the path. Right, we're here. Nice day for walking. And we're soldiering on at the minute, like. Let's say 1 mile in. We've only got another 19 to go on today. We'll get there. What do you reckon, Steve? We've got to, haven't we? Because we've got the campsite booked.
We'll be fine.
We've got to get there.
It's always hard at the beginning and then it leads through it.
Yeah, it wasn't up for a while, like. Listen. Stop doing it now. Oh, yeah. Yes. Aye, so the start's very much like this for a good few mile. I think it's an old railway line, if I'm not mistaken. Our first lock. I haven't a clue what it's called. Just been explained to Steve, I haven't got a map. I didn't know. I don't know what it's called. You don't need a map on the West Highland Way apparently. But time will tell. And there you go. This is called Mugdock Country Park, so I wonder if that's Loch Mugdock.
Yeah.
Dock. Something like that, anyway. There's the first hills there in the distance. There's our first expansive view there, a few hills. We're going to be heading down that way. And then we'll follow an old railway line next to the distillery, which is at the bottom of that hill there. And the other side of this one. And then we're going to go on a few miles along the railway line until we get to the little town called Drimmen. And once we get to Drimmen, what I did last time I did it was, me and Sid came, we got to Drimmen, and 2 miles past Drimmen is a forest, and we're camped in the forest. But today, we're pushing on past there. We're going to push on about 5 miles past there, till we're getting to Millerrocky Bay campsite. We'll have to get there tonight because we've got booked in, it's paid for. And that's going to be our first stop. And we've got a load of ants here, Scottish ants. Aye, flying ants. They're getting ready to have a bit of a fly. You can see them in the air there now. Oh, getting attacked by them here, like I'm on to get out of here. Look at them. There's our first Highland cattle of the trip. Let's get this flying ant off us. Aye. First Highland cattle of the trip. There they are down the valley. I don't know if you'll be able to pick them up off the camera, but aye. Steve's just there. I don't know what Steve's up, he's back that way, but I'm going to keep on pressing on because the flying ants, as soon as you stop, the flying ants come to see you. And it's not good. You can see the path there winds its way ahead, drops down in height, and goes round the left to that little hillock there in front of her. Sorry I can't tell you what anything's called because I haven't got a map, which is foolish, but never mind. Steve's got a map. Sure, Steve will tell you. Steve's always good with place names and that. If you're fancying shorter days, 5 mile in, there's a campsite. Next right. No, I don't know if it's next right down there or it's next right along here. But anyway, there's a campsite. I don't know where Steve's there. I haven't a clue where Steve is. Looks like I'm going to Millerrocky Bay by myself. pause that and read that if you want. Alright, we're at one of the stops along the way called, I don't know what it's called, but don't feed the ponies, right? Takeaways available. Breakfast, it's at the 7 mile mark, so just give you an idea if you're doing it that this is available. Little goats in, ponies, and fetch the kids. Beech tree, that's what it's called, the beech tree. The first comedy moment, we're trying to open that gate that way, and it wasn't hard to go open, and I can't get through my bad knee because I can't climb up anywhere. It was a comedy moment. I couldn't even walk the gate. Anyway, what, nearly 9 mile into it now. They're not doing too bad. We're dry. Hasn't rained yet. It's nice and bright across there. And it seems to be brightening. It's just above where. Oh, that's a nasty one. That's where to drop some.
It's starting to trickle now.
Alright, so this is very much the sort of gist of the first day. It's disused railway line, track. Pretty level till we get to Connick Hill, which Connick Hill is not too bad. And I dropped from Connick Hill and I dropped down to Balmore. Our campsite is. It feels as though we've been walking hours, but I've only gone for about 3 hours. We've done 9 mile, so we're doing quite well. I'm going to stop and have a bite to eat when we get a chance. We'll find somewhere nice to sit. There's the rain's coming on there now, like. Hopefully that just bypasses me. Let's try and make it through the day without having to put raincoats on, because it's very close. We'll get soaked. I'll just keep on going. Steve can catch up. He hasn't got a gammy leg like me. I'm the only idiot with a gammy leg. Hope it wears off. I think me and Sid stopped here for a break and we were doing it last time. As you see, we're all waterproofed up now. Stopped raining it. Waterproof covers on my rucksacks.
I think I'll
Anyway, I've got my sticks now. We're heading that way anyway. Into yonder. I'm not sure I didn't get knocked over. There's somebody swimming there. All brave. And Steve just sorting his salute. Just got ourselves all thingied up for rain, and this is what's happened. And I'm sure if you've watched videos you'll have seen this place, like. It's got a little honesty box further up. And on the way to Drimmen. 2 mile to Drimmen. So we're halfway up the day's walk. We're doing 10 mile. There's some blue skies up there. Welcome sight. And I'll see what guns. We'll just get this jacket off, I think, in a minute. Well, we've just having a rest, bite to eat. Found this little bench. We're just going to sit here for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. I've had a bite to eat. Steve's sorting his camera out. Just been chatting to a very nice young local lady who's talked all about the history of the place and that. And
very nice.
Ask her how many days we're doing it, yeah, just general interest sort of thing. But I've stripped the waterproofs off. I've took my waterproof thing off the bag. I don't know what it's going to do, to be honest. But there's some views of some hills there in the distance. You may be able to pick them out. Grabo, just near Drimmen campsite. This is where most sensible people stop on the first day. But we're not stopping because we're not sensible. We're going to keep on going. We're not 10 mile. Let's just see how we get on it. Drimmen campsite. If you're camping at Drimmen. I know where Steve's gone, like. No, we're not going on there. But anyway, that's 11 mile in. If you're thinking about camping there. As you can see, the views just get better and better the further you get into it. And that hill in the middle there, just look through that. Pretend that fence post there is the sights of your gun. That hill there is Connick Hill. So we've got to get to Drimmen, which is up this road. drop through that forest, you can see there, through the forest. We skirt round the right hand side of that hill, nearly to the top of it. Then we'll drop down to Balmoral, which is down in the distance there. So I've still got a fair bit to go, but I'm fed and watered and I'm feeling a bit better now. So we'll get on with it. Still works. I've just come down them steps there and the camera went tits up and it ended up going down them steps, bounced off the bridge and ended up with water. But as you can see, it's lit the telling out here. Lit the scene out there, sorry. So, we're out of Drimmen now, which is just across the fields there. But we're now into the forest where there's plenty of wild camping opportunities from here all the way to Connick Hill. I think from Connick to the top of Connick Hill down to the Balmoral, I think that's where the no camping zone starts. So you can't camp there until a good couple of miles after road down, and so you're limited. So if you're going to get a wild camp in, you either need to be fit enough to clear the next another 12 mile on top of what we've done the day, maybe more, or you camp in these woods or you're booking one of the campsites. So that's your options. You can see Steve up ahead there, heading up into the corner of plantation. We'll take a left and head past where our wild camp the last time we said. More of that when we get there. So when you come through the woods, you get to the barrier and you've got 2 ways to go. You may be tempted to go right, but you don't. You go left and you take a right through the Garabdaban forest, if that's how you pronounce it. So it's down here and straight away it's right at this bit of forest, so nobody gets lost. So here we are in the infamous lay-by of last year where me and Sid pitched. Got in live by midges and then just disasters later on. Yeah, got a battery arrow in there. Anyway, this is the lay-by me and Sid kept in the last time. I'm a bit feared with a tread here, to be honest. Aye, looking back it was a laugh. That wasn't that funny at the time though. So, we're going to crack on for a bit longer. Get Connick Hill out the way. Going to Balmoral. To be honest, I'm ready to pitch my tent now, like, but we're booked in the campsite, so on we must plod. And we'll just get a bit of a view there of Loch Lomond in the distance there. Right, Steve's gone that way, or Connick Hill, and I'm gone this way. It's shorter and it's going to be less on my knee. My knee's crippled, like I'm in a bit of a strange old way, but I'll save me still 3/4 of a mile, and this is downhill this way, so we're going for it. Steve's adamant he's doing the hill. Flying ants, there's loads of flying ants. I did Connick Hill the last time, so I've done it. It's not as though I bottled it the last time, but I'm going to save me knee. I'm going to meet him at the pub. I'm looking forward to a cold pint, to be honest. I'll not lie to you. I'm knackered. And it's not like me to be knackered, to be honest. But we'll just head doing this way. It's downhill. Well, we're here in Balmoral. Well, I got here about an hour ago. Steve went the highway, and I think he regretted it. Like, he wish he'd come the lower road with me. Like, but even the lower road was bad. It was just a steep downhill through the forest. Then it was a couple of miles along a long, straight, busy road. So my advice is, if you've got the strength, unless you're really on a pushing it, like, go on the highway, go across Connick Hill. You should speed the shop to get some water, and we're going to crack on. We've got about 1.5 miles, maybe it's 2 miles at the campsite, and then get our tents up and get our tea on. It's been a long day. It's 10 to 7 now. It's going to be at least 8 o'clock before we get there. Like, aye, go on. This is a good idea. Top your water up on Nixie. Champion. You should just paid £3 for a bottle in the shop, weren't you, Steve? Not fun a bargain. That's the path changing now from lower level to up and down by the lock side. Big lock, like, massive. I think we're heading this way now. Alright, we're finally here. The Miller Rocky Bay campsite, Balmahor. Well, it's just along from Balmahor, a couple of miles along the road. The midges are just a little bit, not too bad, nothing to kill with. But it's been a long day. I've got my tea on there, I'm having pasta bolognese tonight. It was a lucky dip. First one I pulled out of the bag was what I was having. No messing about. Try and get up early in the morning and get a good start. So I think that could be more or less it for today. Day one done. Been good, but a hard day. See what tomorrow brings. I think there's a song there somewhere.